Yeah, so I feel like I'm more so like of an artist instead of a brand. So I don't really consider myself a brand at the end of the day, and I don't like having to feel like things are transactions, like brand transactions. I like building connections with people, long lasting relationships, especially those get you places in life for sure. They teach you things.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. How much importance do you put on keeping your brand's identity unique or eye-opening, or in your case, yourself unique and eye-opening, or your art per se?
I try to always like go into like even magazines, or I'm huge on coffee table books where I have other people's like work, and just looking at that kind of inspires me to like create new things. Obviously putting my own twist in it. Like lately I've been doing like these collage style like swipe posts, and that just stemmed from just being bored of the work I've done for so many years and just posting it the same way. I wanted people to like interact with my work, and I just feel like that seamless like swipe and seeing like how I'm blending images together, it just made the art of like the art creative perspective of things a little bit more fun for me, instead of just like editing a photo and the tones of it and posting it. More so like now I get to like get really creative with things, and it expanded my mind for sure. So that actually helped me build like my own little style, and just kind of like help me, create like a little different lane instead of just, staying in the same path. You always want to evolve in some kind of way as an artist.
Right. So you don't feel like your style per se is like one specific thing. You feel like it's multiple types of
Yeah.
types of flavors or types of combos that you can hit with clients and with social media.
I feel like if anyone hit me up with something, if it speaks to me, I would definitely take it on, and I feel like it could work because I've taken on like shooting cars before. I've even shot an event before. I mainly shoot fashion, but I feel like even if someone hit me up for a wedding, I feel like I feel like I capture it in different ways.
You would make like a Godly Sinner wedding.
GODDLYSINNER wedding.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, yeah, that's like a whole like that sounds like some crazy shit. But yeah.
But like even just with that, I feel like you can touch any type of form of art as long as you just have the right mindset going into it and just feeling like you can apply it from different things,
Right.
It's just it works. If I feel like you just got to expand your mind with just how you see things. Like a car is very different from like a picture of a person and their face. You wouldn't want to make a person's face very like clarity. Boxy, and like
I got you.
And like very like gritty, unless that is the vibe you're going for. You want to make it more like more darker and moody.
Yeah.
But personally, I like to have people's faces retouched and soft, or have something else speak about them, like their outfit. In a car, it's like you got to get the details of the car.
Yeah. At
a wedding, it's more so soft and it's a dreamy moment. So like you got to put yourself in those moments and predicaments where like you got to know how to like go about creating.
So it's kind of like, if I have it correct, you kind of have to like recenter yourself and realign yourself towards any situation.
Yeah.
Is that difficult sometimes? Kind of like going from like one day I did like, because you did a shoot with Range Rover.
Yeah.
Which was actually like a pretty dope. But then you also do like fashion stuff, and then you do like so much different types of things. Is it hard? This is kind of like clog your brain sometimes to kind of like recenter yourself and redo every single one, and like rethink on how to tackle each specific client.
It's crazy that you asked that, because that exact thing actually helps me grow. I feel like if I put myself under pressure and like shooting new things, it helps me come back to like, let's say a fashion shoot. Be like, man, I could shoot this way because of this shoot where I applied something from there. I feel like any new thing that I take on, it only helps me get better. It doesn't get me in a moment where I'm like, damn, how do I shoot this? It's kind of like whatever I'm feeling in that moment and how I'm feeling I should go about it at that moment. I trust my gut and I trust my instinct of like, this is how I should go about creating this. I just do it because I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I feel like everything that I've been applying from just in general, just how you shoot, knowing how the camera works, knowing different settings and like cloudy, sunny, like how to put certain situations together and where to put certain subjects as well.
Interesting. Nice. Let's see what else I got for you. All right. So specifically when you said that you don't really have like a certain I guess like specific style, but I do kind of see like a repeating pattern in photography, and that includes having photography that involves like layering pictures in front of each other, kind of like back to back, and like as you swipe all the way to the right, it's kind of like this continuous, seamless, so this continuous type of like image, but it's multiple images on top of each other.
Yeah.
What would you call that exactly, or how would you describe that? And like what you like. Have you always kind of done that, or is that something new that you kind of like picked up?
So that is something new. I just one day, like I said, I just got bored of like just posting my pictures like on a carousel. Like that's what it's called. It's like you swipe and you see the next photo, you see the next photo. I'm like, man, like what if I just do like an art piece, like a collage, where it can tell a story sometimes. I feel like I want my work to tell a story and less be of a catalog of my work. I want someone to just, hit me up with a project and I can bring it to life with just that. And I've gotten so much great feedback when I first started it that I'm just like, man, I gotta go with it. Like if people are really, like you gotta listen to your audience a lot of times. That's a lot of things that also a lot of people don't do. You have to listen to like the audience, what people come to see on your page. And if you don't follow that, well, I mean, at the same time, you could stay true to yourself. But if you don't follow what people, your true core wants to see, it's gonna fade away.
Right.
And people come on my page to see fashion and seeing a high-end kind of, New York street style. I want to bring a story behind it now. So that actually is kind of what inspired me to kind of, start putting things together and start making into art, like less of photos, more art-like pieces.
Got you. It kind of sounds to me that you kind of like put a big importance or a big chunk of time and effort into fashion. Would you call yourself like a fashionable type of person, or do you want to like be a staple in the fashion community?
I wouldn't like compare myself to people out here that are wearing some crazy pieces to like put together. Like I know some really talented,
or even like just like fashionable photography. Let's say it doesn't have to be like you being fashionable and all that.
I mean, I can say that I'm pretty like fashion forward. Like I'll know like big no-nos in fashion just from like being like just always in that fashion scene of like having to shoot brands and just seeing all the trends through like different types of clients. Like there's clients where I have them like clients from Korea, and fashion in Korea is very different from like stuff here. Yeah. So it's like I get to through all those like motions.
Someone's walling right now. Yeah, it's outside.
He knows we're shooting a podcast.
Bro, that's crazy. Nah, people, but yeah, for those of you guys tuning in, either like on the YouTube or just listening on SoundCloud, or that's outside. We have the window open. It's kind of like that. It's that Ferg lyric in Put in Work. You gotta shut the windows down because New York don't know how to be quiet, and that's exactly what it is.
Come to the Bronx, you'll really hear sirens.
Yeah, bro. Honestly.
Man, I love it though.
Yeah,
I love it.
So you always grew up in the Bronx, right? You live in the Bronx now, right?
Yeah, I live in the Bronx. I maybe been like a year there, and honestly, it has definitely like showed me a lot more about obviously the culture there. I've always been into like Latin culture. I actually dated someone that's Puerto Rican, and I've always just, I mean, everyone has a type. I'm more into like Latino women. Nice. And I feel like just being there, I even love their food. I love their entire culture. So just being there makes me feel like I can like be naturally within that environment and just feel very comfortable around the area that I live in.
Nice. Well, first of all, you have very good taste because Latino women are the best. I'm not just saying that because I'm Hispanic, but also just, like they're my favorite type of women, I would say personally.
I feel like they're like wifey type,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
For sure.
Got you. And so what part of Bronx do you live in right now?
Kingsbridge.
So that's more towards...
So you can have... It's the 1 line, and then there's the 4 line.
Okay.
So it's kind of like more on the upper west side of the Bronx. Kind of near Dykeman. If you know where Dykeman is and, I feel like everyone knows where Dykeman is. That's pretty much...
Yeah, Dykeman's like one of the most popping fucking streets in the city.
Yeah, if you're in Dykeman, you popping out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, dope. So let me see what else. So do you style the models that you work with, or do you adjust to whatever they're wearing?
So everything with all my shoots, I kind of take on the role of styling. Also, I steam garments. usually clients, especially international, since they can't be here, they send me the clothes. But beforehand, we select the clothes. I select the model. So I scout all my models. I have a list, actually, of models that I work with. And I do scout new ones over time, so it's not the same repeated faces. And with the model, I kind of know their body type. Body type is important when it comes to styling. You can't put on a long T-shirt on the same person, like on, you know, a more chunkier guy, and then it looks bigger on like someone that's, you know, like shorter,
or slimmer or something like that.
Like it looks very different. You got to be very aware of like the piece and how it falls on someone's body.
Right.
So I do style stuff just because I rather it fall on me. I rather have that responsibility of like making sure everything looks right, and just not relying on someone. I do sometimes work with stylists, but they are people I trust, and I've seen their portfolio and their work. But yeah, I just try to take on a lot of like the stuff alone, just because I feel like if I do it, I just trust myself with that.
Okay. So you feel like you're very trustworthy in saying, hey, listen, you don't have to have, let's say you have a client per se, right? Mm-hmm. And they want to do a photo shoot, but they don't know exactly, they know how to pose, they know how to do everything, but they don't know exactly how to go about it. Like, you know, what clothes should I wear? How should we shoot? Where should I shoot? Mm-hmm. You kind of take that client, be like, hey, listen, I got you. Like, just let me see like your body type. Let me see the type of like vibe you got going on, and I'll organize everything for you and we'll like play it out. Yeah.
And I think clients love that, and that's something.
It takes off stress from them in a sense.
Yeah, and if you really know how stressful it is to run a brand, just because I've learned that over time, and just seeing how a lot of clients are stressed out because a stylist is like not there, or they were lacking that, or like, you know, just having the right model and saying, oh man, I wish we had this model instead, or like, you know, that stuff really goes down to like the details of like how it represents your brand. Like if you style a certain outfit a wrong way to like how you actually want it to look, it's gonna be a very different like message with what you're trying to put out. Like if you're trying to have like a baggy look, it's gonna be more streetwear. If you're trying to have, you know, something, you know, you can play around with styling nowadays. I feel like it's so open. Like nowadays you can have like a very formal look that can be baggy too, actually.
Yeah, even nowadays the whole concept of, you know, women wearing cargo pants and heels.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. But it looks, but like, you know, obviously not everyone, but like I've seen a lot of women, you know, pull it off amazing. They look great, and I'm like, damn, like I never thought in a million years that like, because you think cargo pants is just like so like baggy and like kind of active wear, then you put heels, like a nice like top or whatever, like looks nice.
Now that's
crazy.
That's actually a good like trend to like talk about too, because it's like not a lot of people can pull that off, and that's something that I feel like you got to also be very cautious of like what you can pull off too, as if you're an influencer or a model. Like you got to be on top of, you know, what style works with you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like you can't put everyone in a certain, you know, outfit.
Right.
It's not gonna look good as compared to like a certain model wearing it. That's why it's also very key to have people that know that. And if you don't have that kind of taste and, you know, knowledge on that, it's gonna look a little bit crazy.
Right. Not everything works for everyone just because it's like a big fashion trend.
Yeah.
Like you might look, and that's not a bad thing. You might look better in like in other stuff that maybe people aren't so aware of.
Yeah.
Or so like deeply invested in.
Yeah.
But that's good because like you kind of become like, wow, like he's wearing something a little different, or like he's going kind of against the trend, but like he makes it he or she makes it look good.
Yeah.
Which is like I would think better than looking good in like trendy clothes, looking better in like the clothes that everyone's kind of wearing.
Yeah.
Because you kind of stand out with that.
That's kind of what I had a conversation with someone today, and this year I'm trying to actually just be very minimal on purchases with clothing. And in a sense, I mean that by, if it's not my friend's brand and if it's not something I really, really like, I'm not buying it. You're not buying it.
Okay. I respect that.
I wanna be very like, you know, concrete with like certain pieces I have in my closet as well. And this is like a fashion point, you know, like I want to keep certain things very me. And if I see someone with a certain piece, I won't get it, because it's like, man, it's already like you have it. It's like, I don't want that. I want to have something different.
Okay, I got you.
And it's like not forcing it. It's just like, I want to have my own way of wearing something. And if you're wearing it, I want to try something different by not wearing that. You I want to.
Oh, I got you.
Like, imagine seeing the same shirt 5 times. It kind of gets like.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't become special no more.
Yeah, like I want to have something someone else doesn't have, and that's why I also love custom pieces.
Yeah.
And like limited collections, anything like that is
That's
just
dope.
great to have.